I've casted one of Floss's games before, and I've probably at least seen one of SeanMcnabb's. Maybe cast. I think I might have cast or seen SeanMcnabb versus Ning Ziyun earlier in the season.
Yeah, so I mean, Sean's going Crip Lord. That's been his specialty.
Okay.
100%. I know him. He's going like Crip Lord. He's just bragging earlier. Not bragging, but he's like, hey, I got like 82% versus human. And I'm like, okay, you know, like fucking Crip Lord. And I'm an Undead player, so fuck Crip Lord. I never really play Crip Lord. I should. And then Floss, I know he knows, you know, like he knows Sean's going to be doing Crip Lord. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
I think Floss may have had another Undead opponent this week for Washed Up League because he was actually playing versus me on this map. I don't know if he's the one who picked this map or what, or how it works exactly in Washed Up League, but he was trying to early expand on this map and he was asking me to pressure with DK, which he knows is not going to happen with the CL though. And there you see the CLs coming out for Mr. McNabb.
Yeah, Crip Lord can definitely be extremely powerful. It will matter a lot on their timings, how fast they get their expo off, and then who can reach the other side of the map first can matter a lot too. So it could affect a lot whether Floss decides to creep the expansion right away or if he decides to do more of a level 3 first. It does look like he's probably going right away though, right? Or
he's gonna pull the. He's gonna pull it.
Oh, that's not a good pull. No. Okay, it does still work, but he did take a lot of damage.
He doesn't do that versus DK. I know that. So he's already kind of adjusting what he does.
Okay. It is interesting to see him go for the pull. He did take quite a lot of damage on that footman, which is definitely not ideal, but gets the priest. Oh, does not get the priest. You really need to finish that priest off because that's a lot of extra healing done.
That foot's dead. Jeez.
So yeah, Floss not having the greatest showing here at the start, but...
You know, I've seen him creep this camp before, and he usually does it pretty damn clean, so this was definitely messy for him.
Yeah, maybe got a little over-eager and pulled it a little too quickly when he was trying to do so many other things too, like calling his militia and so on.
It's also the one item he's probably sitting there going, I really don't want that one.
Yeah, Quiltha loss, definitely one of the worst, alongside an Agitome. We're going for a little machine gun build on this Archmage.
So he's not even expoing.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think, I mean, he's not, he doesn't have enough peasants for it right now. Unless he's gonna just totally ignore the expo.
It does
on the
look
other
like
side.
he's continuing to produce peasants though, so I'm thinking he probably will. It just won't be as efficient as he probably would have liked.
I was thinking directly, like I thought he was going to run back and then try and go down at the expo, but he started his screen, so yeah, you're right, he's going right back, he's going to try an expo, but I think this might be too late.
Yeah, and this is one of those things I was also mentioning is the timings of it, right? SeanMcnabb went for a pretty quick one, and now he is able to put the pressure on, while...
And no tower in the main.
Yeah, and
so
then
this is going to really hurt. If you look at his expo, 5 ghouls going to the expo.
Yeah, this is either an all militia call or potentially a TP here. Oh yeah, and then the ghouls at the expansion, just kind of distracting. Gonna see some crazy multitasking from both sides here.
They're both about to get level 3.
Yeah, if once those level 2 beetles start showing up in the main, the Undead will take over the main pretty quickly.
Floss is doing a good job microing, but now he's running out of workers in the main.
Yeah, it's really scary once this Crip Lord hits 3, and he just did. Oh no! This is where the Crip Lord can start taking over, because once those beetles come out, you just don't have enough damage to kill them fast enough anymore. We should see him start to summon them here. Okay, there we see one set of beetles. Yeah, it'll be up to Floss to make sure he gets some abolishes off on those tankier beetles. He gets 1. Very nice. I would have actually liked to see SeanMcnabb use some of the corpses still next to the main, but...
I feel like Sean's expo is extremely late. Like, he's been building it, but he didn't build any acolytes with it, so now he's building the acolytes. So these are very late. He's not going to get the tech as quick as he could have with all this.
Definitely not as efficient as he would have liked. Also, his aggression, while it wasn't bad, I do think he probably could have got a little more value out of his beetles if he... There is a couple corpses still sitting there that he could have used.
Well, Floss got extremely lucky in one way in that the main got totally screwed. Like, you know, he completely screwed up the wood production of Floss, which was very good of McNabb.
Yeah.
But then he pulled back. He lost 1 ghoul at the expo, and then he pulled back 4. They were all at most half-life. They could have gone right back in when Floss went to the main and killed everything.
We do see some aggression from Floss here. SeanMcnabb should be able to deal with it fine though, because he already has an ice tower up. His gold mine's finished, so it can't be cancelled.
He's got 1 impale though, but that's a lot of ghouls coming.
Yeah.
And not any foots.
I would actually like to see him split off either some ghouls or beetles to the expansion as well. Or even the main, probably the expansion though. But
anywhere.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, he has held the expo, and as an undead player, even if you haven't got a ton of damage done, I think you're still feeling comfortable just having your expo up against a human's expo.
But he pulled all his ghouls once again, but he didn't even notice that he could start his tech, so his tech is pretty late. Floss is actually teching the exact same speed, even after that initial hit.
And we actually see a second crypt, not uncommon. It is going to be fiends though, not like ghouls and gargs, although sometimes gargs will be used against human, just to kind of pressure right away.
I get the impression Sean's a pretty standard player with the CL. He's going to go into double crypt fiends for sure. That's what he does.
Okay, human trying to be aggressive again here. Does manage to finish off the last creep, but I feel like Floss probably just backs off after that. He doesn't really have much mana, and you kind of need a lot of mana to continually summon water elementals to fight this. And you might even lose his TP here.
Oh no.
SeanMcnabb, oof.
Nope.
Nice movement going the right side rather than back.
He's going to have 2 more impales though, so Floss got to get out.
Yeah, having
Your second race is human, right? I've only played... the only reason I ask is because I played you on ladder with your human and your night elf, never any other race.
I'd say currently human's probably my weakest.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I used to think it was probably my second best, but I think now it's kind of my weakest.
I've never played your Undead or Orc. I just played both human and night elf, that's why. I was curious, because I'm looking at it more from the Undead point of view. I wasn't sure if you look at it more from like a human point of view.
I'd say I just kind of look from both. Human's the one I definitely understand the least about these days, because it just feels so foreign compared to every other race.
Yeah.
They're definitely a lot different in so many ways. Even their like timings and buildings.
Oh yeah. Floss is rebounding well though. Like his SimCity over on his Expo is pretty good. That'll kind of reduce the area that these beetles can really run in and do damage.
Yeah, he's pretty well protected. He got 3 towers in both, and both have reached level 4 as well. Generally...
Oh no, he's running around with Defend.
Yeah. Generally probably a little more favorable for the Crypt Lord though, because once Crypt Lord reaches like level 5, that Impale is just insane. You get crazy value against like Knights. But he does have one really weak Fiend here though. To be a little careful with that.
He did very good SimCity on his Expo. That's a ton of workers, holy crap. But in his main, I'm not a fan of those towers.
Yeah, they're probably not ideal positioning, but I guess they'll get the job done well enough.
But also, if like you're always worried still, even though it doesn't happen as much, like a destroyer push.
Yeah, could see
and when
the
you put them together like
splash.
that, yeah, it gets totally screwed, and they're not even that far up. So if he was to aim like the altar or something with like beetles and whatnot, they don't do much at all.
Ooh, you see the Death Knight getting a little caught out, but manages to escape that surround. Will be safe here.
Oh jeez.
And an
Crypt Lord
Impale.
got a little bit
Oof.
Buffier though. You got rune bracers.
Yeah, look at this impale. It's just one impale is just a massacre. Like your army loses everything.
What about two?
Oh my god. That's 4 footmen down. It did cost him a decent amount. He actually used a second coil there too. But he has 2 mana potions. Should have statues sometime soon. He has a slaughter at his expo. Just needs to continue creating food space. 2 more Ziggurat's on the way.
Well, at this point, there's not many orange creeps left. There's the ones in front of each base, and then gotta go for the reds. So they're gonna start doing a lot more fighting. And you know, it's always nice to have the level 4 Crypt Lord or level 5, but a level 1 DK doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It just feels bad. You gotta get that going now.
Yeah, this Crypt Lord definitely looking to carry though.
Level 1 MK doesn't do much either, so.
Yeah. We might actually see a lot of breakers coming out here. Can definitely be pretty powerful both against Impale and stealing beetles even. MK caught out position.
That's a temporary thing, looks like, because he's also castle, but he's building 2 barracks.
Nice potion usage there, seeing the coil coming out.
Alright, we got a staff.
Yeah, staff should be able to let the MK tank a bit here. Doesn't he use some of his mana ideally though? Oh, a little slow on the staff. MK drops. Undead actually in a pretty strong position here now. Human needs to back up a bit, stay near those towers. See some mana burn starting to get on that Crypt Lord though, which will help the human a lot.
He's building a paladin in his main tavern, so no MK for a while either. He's also got 2 barracks up, but he's only pumping knights out of 1. So he's got 4 spellbreakers, 2 knights. Like, he's just trying to pump out units, but he's not actually using all his buildings either.
Yeah. I do think it looks like he will have some time here. SeanMcnabb wanting to back off will likely want to get his statues out to start healing back up his Crypt Lord and getting mana on his heroes. Should see.
He's getting the Temple of the Damned in the Expo. So yeah, he knows what to do.
Temple's definitely extremely powerful. With this high count of spellbreakers we're going to see though,
yeah,
it probably won't be. I guess it'll just be mostly anti-magic shell, and later possess on knights can be very strong.
I never see spellbreakers and knights. That's not a standard combo.
Yeah, usually
like
it's.
Sean kind of relies on the human doing the same thing every game. I don't know if he's going to think about that. He might just right-click on Curse. We might just see a whole fight flip because Curse is on his fiends now.
Yeah. I think from the Undead side, if it's primarily Breaker Knight caster like this, you actually almost just want like a dual slaughter and just get A-Bomb Destroyer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it's more of when they have like some Inner Fire priests.
He's only got 2 statues. He's getting Disease Cloud right now. I don't even know if he has Destroyer upgrade. And Floss is getting Master Priest. So he's got to do damage now.
Yeah, these fiends are going to suffer pretty soon though with Sundering Blade Knights. But yeah,
Floss has to win this.
Yeah, SeanMcnabb does have a lot of food, but
just aim the heroes. Just do it.
Yeah, these breakers pretty damn scary.
Too far out.
Knight dropping. MK starting to drop low. I do think getting rid of the human heroes is strong, but Lich is caught out. Dead. Will die. Very nice by Floss to save himself there. And he actually has some towers probably getting up here. Although Undead might be able to come back soon. He does have statues working. Likely wants to wait for his Lich though.
He's pumping A-bombs. He's not going for destroyers. He's not getting upgrades on his Banshees yet. He's getting a few more Banshees, so he's not going to have anti-magic shield, just Curse, which may actually completely screw him instead of be any benefit to him with these Spellbreakers going. They're totally useless unless he gets anti-magic shield.
It's interesting to see he also passed 80 food so early. because that's actually crippling his economy a lot here. He kind of needs to take a fight, and it looks like that's what he's doing. Yeah,
87 food. He's getting
frenzy. Yeah, these frenzy ghouls will actually be pretty decent, but the MK is going to hit 3 here and has a cloak of flames. But he did not take clap. It is going to be bolt, bolt, and then 1 bash. If it was clap, that would be a lot scarier.
Floss still doesn't have a TP, but he went out and he bought 2 scrolls of healing, which is good, but he should pass one to another hero.
This could actually be a decent fighting position for SeanMcnabb here near his base.
Oh, yeah.
Have Blight in the back, towers if the human extends too far. So yeah, Floss just decides to pull back out. SeanMcnabb does kind of need to get something done here though, because he's losing way too much sitting at 87 food. But so far they're kind of just dancing with one another.
I don't think Floss realizes that there are no destroyers, but he doesn't have any armor upgrades on his knights, and those always are so nice, especially because, you know, -4 from the Lich, +5 from the Priest.
I didn't realize,
like...
but I didn't realize, but these fiends actually have 3-1 upgrades already. Just kind of crazy, but there's no destroyers, and there's a lot of, you know, unupgraded ghouls and A-bombs. But we do see a fight coming out. A-bombs in the front.
Oh no, here comes an impale.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good positioning for our undead player. The fiends not getting hit at all.
This is an amazing position.
And without clap, you're just not killing these ghouls as fast as you would like. I think he almost needed to retrain.
He's got to aim the DK and then pray.
Yeah. Got to make use of that bolt, because that's what he's stuck with right now.
Oh no.
But yeah, Book of the Dead coming out. Does get the undead to TP, but he did lose quite a lot, and the undead is now below 80 again, getting quite a lot of income again. Human does,
side,
however, have 3 bases now.
And 2,000 gold.
Yeah.
So.
Once Floss starts spending, he will be in a good position again. I would actually like him to retrain to either Blizzard or Clap. You don't necessarily need both, but one of them.
There goes the DK.
DK caught out of position here. The next bolt could hurt. We'll see if he decides to go. He goes for the Crypt Lord actually. Coil does.
He doesn't.
Oh, Coil goes for the MK. Crypt Lord falls. Level 5 Crypt Lord down.
Pally didn't have any mana. He couldn't heal.
And now the Paladin's the next focus, but he does have Divine Shield. A couple breakers left behind. Does lose one of them, but the other gets away. SeanMcnabb needs to cancel something. Oh, he actually just breaks 80 again by purchasing the Crypt Lord. He's actually at 82 food. I think he should cancel that Banshee, but too late now. And he's looking to push in here. Fiends definitely very strong here with their 3-1 upgrades against towers.
I didn't even see it. MK was rebought too. I mean, he has 2,000 gold, so makes sense. But
and do we see a retrain at all? He is a bit low on mana though.
Yep, just rebought, so he's not dying anytime soon with those items, hopefully.
And while Floss would like to not lose this expo, it's not the worst case scenario. And the undead does not have a TP. This positioning is really awkward. Is Lich getting caught out?
That's a dead Lich.
Focus right away.
Well, only if he aims it.
Should be able to throw a Holy Light on it maybe, or okay, leaves 1 Knight on it. Lich pulls back. But yeah, the undead's trapped here. There's still a tower up.
2 Fiends and a Banshee sitting outside the base too, so that's not even his full army.
Yeah, might see it with the Lich walking by, not sure. But his heroes there, DK and Crypt Lord fall. SeanMcnabb
so there you go. So how does it work on Washed Up League? Do you guys know the maps ahead of time?
There's a veto system. There's 9 maps, and each side gets to veto 3 maps.
Do they do it ahead of time or right before the match?
You technically say your race, and then you do the vetoes, and then you play your match. Usually it's right before the match. Sometimes people veto earlier though if they agree to do so.
I didn't even see what map. All right, NIS. Standard.
Yeah. Another one of those, like I said, Last Refuge, Northern Isles, and Concealed Hill tend to be the most common. And we do see Northern Isles game 2. I'm not exactly sure.
He's just going CL.
I'm not sure who favors this map. I think generally Undead favors it a bit. Although Human, at least in other matchups, does pretty decent on this map because of it being kind of long.
You there?
And yeah, sorry, was I still muted on you? Okay. I think I was talking to my stream still. I was just muted on Discord.
That's why I was like, am I disconnected or?
Okay. Anyways, I was mentioning, I'm not sure who is particularly favored. I think generally Undead in this matchup, but otherwise Human, I feel like isn't exactly, doesn't exactly hate this map either, but maybe just not as good as it is against other races as it is, or not as good against Undead as it is against other races, for instance, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's very, especially at like this level, it's very player dependent. I get it. CL is hard to beat, but Floss just did it. So.
And the expansions are definitely pretty harassable, being kind of in the middle-ish, sorta. So it'll be interesting to see what their timing is. Like the last game.
With the critters the way they are on this map, Sean can go right away to it if he wants to.
Yeah, and it could be interesting, kind of like the last map, to see, do we see SeanMcnabb getting his expo pretty quickly and then moving out to the human side, or is Floss going to? But it looks like Floss is going to get level 3 first and then either expand later or play one base and pressure.
I think Sean's going right away because he pulled back his Acolyte. He didn't do that last time. And I mean, Floss does have the option of getting level 3, like you said, or he could take this quick enough. He could run over and try and start canceling things. Because Sean actually pulled all of his ghouls.
Yeah,
which
Floss
I wouldn't advise.
If Floss ends up aware of this, he has reached level 2 already and could actually pressure pretty well here.
Yeah.
But it looks like it will just be a creep route to level 3 and then potentially his own expansion. We'll see if he techs right away here or if it keeps... Looks like he's continuing to build peasants, so he might be going for a level 3 creep route into his own expansion.
Like, I'm sure Sean's going to watch this and Floss will watch it too, but because I'm more of an Undead person. This is something I've told Sean before, like offhand. He always does this where he pulls his ghouls and then he never returns the wood. Like, each one of them could be holding 20 wood. So that could potentially be 60 wood right there.
Yeah.
And he's got to get another 60 or so wood before he can even think about putting down that expo.
And we actually see an interesting creep route from Floss. This will get level 3. It's a pretty decent creep route. And he is also staying on one base and teching.
It's good because it gets him level 3 and he's moving in the general direction of this expo.
Yeah.
So,
and that'll be his route here. Right after, he should be heading towards the expansion to check it out. That is what's happening. And those level 2 water elementals, this is a canceled gold mine and likely a dead ziggurat, actually. I don't think SeanMcnabb will be able to protect this at all, especially not being level 3 himself.
Well, he sold his TP as well, so he's not coming back anytime soon.
I think he got the cancel off last second. But yeah, gold mine has to be canceled as well.
That's not the big one. The gold mine is the big one.
Yeah.
He needs this wood. I think he did cancel it.
Yeah, but taking that much damage, still not good, because you lose a lot of resources when you cancel late like that. I think he should have canceled instantly, knowing he couldn't do anything.
Well, he canceled, and now he's towering. I mean, he's just upgrading.
Does get the tower down, impales some peasants, but this is going to be a lost TP for our undead, and he's actually just going to run out and lose all his ghouls.
He's so lucky though. His CL was right in there, and I think he realized last second I'm about to be surrounded, and Floss let him out. But that CL could have been surrounded, and that would have been game.
Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot about that. He actually sold his TP.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot. I was like, I don't even know if it was worth running out rather than just TPing, but I forgot he actually doesn't even have a TP. So yeah, this is not
Sean
looking
realized
good for
that.
him.
Sean realized that, and he's like, I'm suiciding my goals. Just hit my goals. Don't kill my CL. And he did. He slipped out. And now he's trying to re-expand.
Yeah,
and that's not going to work.
This is looking great for Floss. The creep route working out very well for him, getting over to the Undead expansion, and the Undead moved out too early this time without confirming where the human was. Not realizing he needed to defend if he wanted to get an expo up.
Floss is playing this right, you know, like this is what you got to do, especially at this level. It's like you get these high pressure players, but if you put the pressure back on them, sometimes they don't know what to do. Like I'm 1700, I like going Lich first humans, and the best counter is just saying, well, I'm going to your base.
A player's force.
And I don't know what to do. It definitely works. He's got to watch that he doesn't get surrounded. He has no mana.
Yeah, our Undead player is kind of just has nothing at this point. He's at 21 food. He's trying to scrounge up some towers, but you really can't deal with these water elementals at this point without towers like already up and a huge ghoul force.
He's just pumping ghouls. He's got 4 ghouls queued.
And
but now he just realized he wants to get he wants to get another hero.
And with Archmage level 4 already, we're just going to continually see water elementals pumped out now with that level 2 aura. And Undead just, you don't really have an answer to this. He has to just convert to a tech, but he's just so far behind already.
A player's forces are under attack.
See him trying to get some sort of surround on the Archmage. There isn't a TP on the Archmage anymore because he had a TP earlier. Oh, no. So if he can get us around,
I think he had it right there. He let him out. I think he had it.
Yeah, he might have been able to close that. A surround definitely could have got a kill. I don't know if it would really get him back in the game per se because his army's not exactly that strong, but
oh god,
it would have been something to help for sure.
That's even worse. He got the mana pot off, and he had like a very nice lineup, but then he didn't use Impale, so now he just wasted even more money on a mana pot that isn't going to get value.
Yeah, definitely not ideal. Still just sitting at 26 food as well. Going to be very tough for our Undead player to come back here. MK also out. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Floss's game to lose.
Yeah. He's going to be getting those levels up, taking both center camps likely here. Which, I'm not sure on the exact XP for this, but it should be close, if not level 3 off these 2 camps.
Ooh. And Rune Bracers.
Yeah, Rune Bracers. That's going to be a tanky boy. And
so Floss definitely trained up for this, so good for him. You can tell like what he's doing is a lot more cleaner than I think him just running in circles or something like that.
Yeah, he was definitely very well set up against a Crypt Lord on this map with his route. Getting that quick level 3, being in position to just head straight over to the expo after. And SeanMcnabb looked like he was expecting a counter expo from Floss again this time, but there was nothing there and he just was kind of caught out of position.
So we got Rifle, Mort, Priest. It's not my favorite composition, but I know there are some. There was that time where people would proxy the workshop to get the Morts out quicker. So I know, you know, some people do it, but
it's definitely pretty strong when you create an advantage though against Crypt Lord early like this.
Oh,
but it is the kind of army that you generally want to kind of end the game sooner rather than later. but
If
he has
it fails,
reached,
you're screwed. But he has such a big lead. I
Yeah.
don't think he can fail this.
With 4-3 heroes. Oof, you can kind of just have your heroes carry you at this point as the human. He even has enough resources to mix in a tier 3 right now if he wants to have a fail-safe plan to switch to Paladin and Knights later.
All right, so we got 28 food for Mr. McNabb to 50 food for Floss, and Sean is like, well, I better tower because I'm getting hit.
Yeah.
And now he's going to see there's morts.
Yeah, it's looking bad for our Undead. It'll be all up to what his Crippler can do with his Impale, but on his own, it's hard to get a lot done with it.
Unless this magical Impale's about to happen. Nope,
Yeah,
got
Crippler
bolted.
getting focused at level 2 bolt, putting in work. We'll see one more Impale here in a
Well,
sec.
Steve got a little cocky, though. He didn't buy a TP when he came in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way he was going to lose it, but...
Yeah, definitely has enough gold for it. Still sitting at... But he has 500 gold, 51 food.
That is the
Just-
Hail
A
Mary.
player's forces are under
That's the
attack.
Hail Mary McNabb needs. He's got to kill the heroes. I keep, talking about focusing heroes, but they're out of position. But,
If he can somehow get like level 5-3 on this Crippler Death Knight, but with Death Knight running in like that, gets focused right away, drops, and now the Cripplord's kind of just also going to be in a bad position here.
he's making a better chance for his Crippler to get level 5.
Yeah, invuln forced, but Cripplord's kind of out of health, out of mana, no Death Knight on the field. Tier 3 did finish, but you just can't get much done here anymore as the Undead. Looking to try to get us around.
Floss is expoing behind us.
Yeah, we still have Invuln and Wand of the Wind on the MK.
A player's
Expo
forces
coming
are
up
under
with
attack.
2 scout towers already as well. And mortars laying siege to what's left of the Undead base.
Alright, so Alter's gonna go down, probably. He has no wood left. No ghouls left. He only has 100 wood, I should say. So he can build 2 fiends if he wants.
Yeah, we do see SeanMcnabb realizing situation's just too dire at this point, calls the GG, and very well played from Floss. He kind of just took control of that game very early when the Cripplord moved out across the map, but Floss got his level 3 creep route and then just pressured the Undead expansion.
No, definitely. He definitely had his game plan down on. I would say it was a little bit shaky on game 1. Like, he had a general idea, which was good, but I don't know. Execution wasn't that great, but game 2 couldn't do much better. Move a little bit quicker, but that's about it. He had it down. So that was good from both of them, but McNabb got caught because I think everyone knows what he's going to do. Sometimes you got to switch it up. So, Floss, we were talking, if you're there.
I'm here.
We were talking a lot about, it seemed like you were pretty prepared. And I was mentioning that I was helping you earlier in the week holding off DK, so I presumed you probably had a washed up league match against another Undead, also on LR.
So
Was that planned?
I have so I have GNL. The match that GNL, I love washed up, but GNL is first in heart, so that's what I prepared for. I had a GNL match versus Sarazil.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I knew he was DK, so I practiced only versus DK. I literally did not play anything versus Cripplord this week, but I did talk about it a lot, but I didn't get a chance to play. But I played, Monk beat my ass 7 times in a row, and you beat my ass 4 times. Like, I've very recently gotten over playing against much better players, because that's the only way you can get better. Like, I always used to, I always wanted to play against newbies because I wanted to win.
I'm not gonna I don't pretend like I'm good, but I'm better than some in gym. And I was always like, I've never played Floss.
Yeah,
I'm
Dodge. I'm a Dodge City, baby.
It's been 3 years. Floss has been in the same server as me, and I've never played him.
Yeah, so I never
over,
play against
Kaiser.
better players, which is why I'm so bad. But this week I played against a bunch better players. It really has helped my Undead matchup a lot. Undead's my favorite matchup right now, actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Because if we all knew what Sean was going to do, like if you've played Sean or watched Sean, he's going CL.
I knew he was going Crippler. Yep. And so what I did, I planned. I knew he was going Crippler, but I wanted to prepare against DK because got to get those GNL points.
Mm-hmm.
But I did make it so that my first map for both would be Last Refuge. So I only played Last Refuge.
I was asking Pokey. I go, how does match making of the maps work? Because he's been practicing LR, and we got LR the first map. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
But you did switch up your creep route, and I presume that was from the. You usually creep that. I was saying at least, you usually creep that a lot cleaner. The camp right at the start. I've seen you do that.
Oh yeah, that was very bad. But I didn't let it shake me. What happened is I let the footman linger too long, so that kind of threw me off. And then you kill the priest with inner fire first, but with 5 HP left, I took it off of it. So the priest got 7 heals off. It was not very clean. But
I could tell you had a plan. I saw that and I was like, no, normally that's a lot cleaner. And it did shake you up a little bit, I think, where it was just slowed you down a little bit, I should say. But
well, I don't have the stones to creep Merc first versus anything but human, and sometimes versus Night Elf. But I 100% knew SeanMcnabb was going to play Corp Lord. So I was like, I don't need to scout. I can do this, and I want the Mercs. Even though I don't think I did one dispel that first game on Last Refuge. I don't think I even did one, but the idea was there.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know if because I don't know from the human side as well, and I'm not a CL player. So, but I would say your NIS route was perfect for what he was doing and what you knew he was doing. The way you crept it and the spots you went to led you right to his expo, and we were talking about that, how that game plan just fell right into place, I think.
Oh, that one felt good. That's the Hawk creep route. I only see Hawk do it, but I stole it from him. The more standard level 3 creep route in there is the Tuskers, both the greens and militia creep the greens south of your base. But I don't know, that one puts you right in the middle of the map. They can miss you if they don't expect it. And versus Criplord, you show up. I mean, right then you show up when the expo is there, but his army's not there. So it's just a really awesome timing.
Yeah, I mean, he thought he went to your expo, obviously, thinking you were going to expo, and he didn't have a TP. And I'm like, well, Sean's not coming back anytime soon.
I really like playing 2-base the first map, and then he's going to assume I play 2-base the second map. So just mixing it up. Felt good. I felt prepared, even though I think I got lucky. I do think Sean's a stronger player. We have in the past we've played, and I just could not beat him. But it's possible I've gotten better in the last week.
You definitely have gotten better. Just even when I was playing you with DK, and I would say one or two things, and you did it the next game. Well, that was harder to annoy you, while you're expoing or whatever.
Wish I'd started playing against better players a lot sooner. It's the only way to get better. It's the only way.
I hear so many people at the lower levels, because I'm dealing with GNL, where and I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just those are the people I'm hanging out with, and those are the ones who ask for my advice. No one higher level wants my advice. But they always I'm trying to expo and I can't expo. What do I do? I'm like, right click the DK with your water elementals and the hero.
Yeah, it works. It really does work.
It's like magic.
But no, it's so funny when you play someone a lot better. So I play someone on my level, you put your Archmage, 1 footy, maybe the water elemental on the DK, and the DK just fucks off. And then you play against someone who's way better, and they'll get all the creeps and have full health. It's that's the same DK. What's different? I did the same thing. So
his is labeled happy. That's what happened.
Yeah.
No, but it was very well done by you. I didn't even get to see the Sarazil games, but those went well.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude. Really appreciate it. Thanks for warming me up.
That was fun. I don't know what I'm doing with DK, so I'm learning.
I'm in the lowest level group. I'm 5-0. And I have to. Lucker's in chat. Lucker, homie, we want to watch your match. When are you playing Yeti?
Yeah, Lucker, are you playing soon?
We moved to Tuesday as the unexpected situation happening.
Or did you already?
What does that mean? Hitman streaming? Is that the unexpected situation?
Probably. He just wrote that in Jim.
Grinch, I won versus Sean.
I think your route on Northern Isles was especially good, hitting that quick level 3 and then just putting pressure on a CL expansion.
Yeah, stolen from Hawk. Thank you, Hawk. All glory to Hawk.